You're listening to my WorldNet Daily exclusive audio article. Today's WorldNet Daily exclusive audio article is entitled, Who's Really in Charge? Practically since Lunchbox Joe Biden assumed office as President of the United States, we on the right have been wondering who is really in charge. At this point, all we know is that it isn't Joe. Pay no attention to that man or woman or non-binary individual behind the curtain. Many have surmised that it must be his Vice President, Kamala Harris. I disagree. This is a monumentally unlikable individual. Harris was so unpopular that she was the first candidate to withdraw from the Democrat Party. In my humble opinion, the person or persons actually running this presidential marionette show want nothing to do with allowing a megalomaniac in waiting into the highest office in the land. She appears to be wholly unlikable, with few, if any, powerful allies. And despite her success, I don't think she's all that bright. Not that this is a prerequisite to becoming president. Then there's the Wicked Witch of the Northwest. Dan Greenfield's front page mag believes that, quote, the most powerful elected official in the country isn't Joe Biden or Kamala Harris. Nancy Pelosi has become the closest thing to POTUS, unquote. I disagree with this also. Although Pelosi has been competent at pushing the far-left agenda, she is not that person behind the curtain. Finally, other pundits have posited that it's Susan Rice that's really running things. It's certainly a possibility. She is, after all, an Obama loyalist and confidant. She appears highly intelligent, much more so than the current VP or the Wicked Witch, and likely has many more inside-the-beltway allies than the other two combined. She's proven herself to be more than capable and as devious as any on the left. Need an example? Here's one. Do we recall her handling of the Benghazi disaster in Libya? Rice was the point person of the anti-Islam YouTube video excuse for the attack on the faux embassy. She appeared on practically every network and news program in the nation spouting the same propagandist lies that the death of our ambassador and others was due solely to a spontaneous uprising. She was unflinchingly wicked in her sincerity and delivery. I mean, who better to take the reins of the Biden crime family than a serial liar? One of the pundits who promoted this theory early on is a little more than just a talking head. Former Acting Director of National Security, or DNI, Rick Grinnell. He says it's Rice who's really, quote, calling all the shots in the new administration, unquote. Quote, she, Rice, that is, knows the State Department. She's run the national security portfolio and certainly has run the UN portfolio, unquote, Grinnell explained. Quote, so there's no question that she's running domestic and foreign policy, unquote, Grinnell said. Then added in his opinion, it's Rice who is really, quote, the shadow president, unquote. I think the jury is still out as to who is really in charge of the executive branch. But if I had to choose among these three, my money would be with Grinnell and his choice of Susan Rice. She has a similar mind to Obama, but with more drive, and obviously knows how to properly navigate the bowels of Washington, D.C. That and Barack is just too lazy to wade back in again. Thank you for listening.